Okay, looks like we are up and running. Okay, let's see. In this version of what I've got, I do have lifesteal hopefully working. So I need to take some damage. You can see that I'm starting to heal a little bit there. Neat. So naturally, I have a 1.1% lifesteal. I will remove the to-do text, of course. And 1.1% lifesteal isn't much by any means. And it only currently affects direct damage. So it's not going to affect your dot here. But at least it's working. I passed by what I was looking for. I want a Blaze Our Trio. Don't have that. So last time, or this time, since this is going to be a double episode, had some issues with my graphics card. I couldn't record and play the game at the same time. It was freezing and averaging a frame rate of around 19 per second, which even at 19 per second is still not great, but it was definitely not what I wanted to do. Got to get back in the swing of this. It's been a while. We are currently hunting the Bibliomancer, who is one of my favorite bosses, actually. And I want to be able to hopefully do it well. Let's see here. I want to see what damage I'm taking here. Okay, so that damage that you just saw there is a reduced amount of damage. Significantly reduced amount of damage. That's not what I want. As I have changed the scaling on enemies. So enemies do a little bit more damage in the early game because you have kind of bonus health in the mod. Default enemy damage is something like 10. And then a lot of enemies, then they get scaled up to, well, technically the default is 1.5. So it takes a multiplier and does 1.5. Woo! He still hurts. And I don't even know if I'm doing it right. But, and then I'm working on changing that guy, the flag bearer warrior dude. So he has this issue, and he just obliterated me. He killed me before I even got in the roll animation there. Okay, let's see here. 47. We pop this, we go to 77, so that's 30. So one of my goals right now with some damage stuff is to make it so that enemies scale a little bit slower, but start off a little bit more dangerous. I feel like, and then handle individual enemies as well still. So there's the Dead Samurai, which have like a 25% cut in their damage to their slash attack. Their stab attack is still full damage. But part of that idea is second here. Part of that is the idea that he used to still do pretty good damage on the stab, but but the overall damage is still too high on a lot of enemies. And that's just my opinion of the game in general. I've also done something further, of course, if you've been following along. But if you haven't, I've done something further, which is a lot of... Ow. A lot of enemies just do way too much damage, but also I've changed how vitality and health work. So in the mod, you only get bonus health from these kind of things, these relics, these runes, artifacts. I call them relics, but that one's legendary 0. Oh yeah, we found that before, and I didn't like the fact that it was at level 0 in Elder Cops that we picked up, but it was it is. But you can only get health from artifacts, equipment like rings. We apparently didn't build one. Maybe I sold it. And then vitality as a stat. So you see that we have 16 vitality. We are not low on health per se. You do start with more base health in this mod because of that, but also just to kind of shore up some weird numbers. In the default game, you do start with something like 91 health. So in the mod, you do start instead with... Questioning if my damage reduction change has... my math is wrong. Because I feel like I'm taking more damage, not less. That makes me worried. But since you don't get health from leveling up by default. Now, understand that you only get like 1 health per level. We are currently level 60, so we would have a maximum amount of health right now of, well, ignoring the vitality stuff. We would have 50 bonus health at this point in the game. Starting at like level 1 or so, we would have like 91 health. So we would have gained something like 49 health and then hit a soft cap where health stops being valuable. The first soft cap for health is 10%, and the next is like 1,000% or something. You basically just don't get health anymore after level 100. And seriously, I don't know if they always did that kind of damage, or if my armor is the wrong type, or if I messed something up in the math. But that is absolutely insane damage. It can almost one-shot me in a 2-hit combo. Now, I can understand getting hit by the 2-hit combo and getting thrown and having to deal with that and like some follow-up, but that is not quite what I'd expect here. Okay. We are ready to engage. So, some tips and tricks on the Bibliomancer, if I can pull them off. One of them is you generally want to roll into his book. Like this. And I can't turn around, apparently. And then... Okay. I'm definitely thinking I screwed something up in the math. It's one thing to die quickly, but it's another thing to die in one hit. Also don't remember what type of damage he does. But we got 77 physical, fire, cold, poison. We've got some good defense here. That's not the issue. I don't know that 7% defense is better than 8 max health. We can try it. It's also max stamina. 8%. I'm planning on... I don't know. I'm not sure about the all defenses stat here. I put it in there to replace the many different stats in there. I didn't want you to have to pick up a relic and deal with this one's fire and this one's light and this one's poison, because I just didn't find it all that interesting. I think armor should be nuanced like that, because armor can have all the stats at once. So, you know, like, it has a number for everything, and then it has a poise value or no poise value or weight or whatever. But then you get down here, this can only have 4 stats. And there's, what, 6? Yeah, 6 damage types there. So, I don't know. I just didn't find it interesting. Hi, how you doing? You can go back to where you came from, please. That'd be great. Let's see if I can pick this up. Ooh, I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna do it. There we go. Woo! Roll into the book, and you will be safe. And in. Not away. Up. Up. We screwed up. And in. And I just can't respond fast enough when he does it 3 times. This is becoming quite difficult. Let me see if I can look at something. The mission tier adjustment here. I just want to see what the multiplier currently is landing at. Looks like it's around 9 times damage. And my guess is it is too high and it is not what I'm intending it to be. By any means. Let's see here. I know the game is actually functionally paused here. Adjusted tier is 12. Yeah, the math is definitely off somewhere here. Scaling should be 4.95. Okay, let's see here. 4.95. Yeah, no, it's definitely not what it's supposed to be. That's higher than vanilla. Interesting. I think my numbers are still off. And I think the damage is just insane here. Just absolutely insane. So the default value is, and I know you can't see this, I'm sorry. The default value is somewhere around 1,000% damage, and now we're down to like 800% damage. And I know I'm wearing some lighter armor for sure here. And if I had like 5,000 silver, I would be able to actually buy another piece of armor. But the damage has been reduced just slightly here. I want him to hit me. Yeah, you can see that like the damage is just absolutely insane on some of these enemies. And it just comes down to this no-hit design. And it's possible to no-hit this game, but there is a lot of randomness to a lot of the attacks. Yeah, see, I got hit by one of those, and if I had gotten hit by 2 of those, it would just be over. One, two, three, and down. I got hit by just the spawn of that and died, so... Yeah, Yeah, there's some definite number adjustments that are either failing or something. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do my own little cheating here. Is this me? Why am I getting attacked? What is the tier on this? 12? Remove the breakpoint so that I can actually get that to trigger. I don't remember what any of this does. Walk run speed. That's a flat value. I might make that percentage later. And maybe I replace walk run speed with actual carry capacity. But I feel like that's really easy to overdo it. The idea was to kind of offset the carry change. So like you have like roll speed in the defense, and you have walk speed in utility. You can offset some of the negatives, but you can't actually just eradicate the carry weight. And not really a whole lot I can do against those damage types. None of the gear I have is going to do better than what I'm wearing. I'm literally wearing, like, cleric armor. Why, hello there! You're sneaking up on me. If I could wear, like, a higher armor like this, you know, that would be good. Maybe that is what I should be doing, is just farming some money. I don't know. I definitely need guiltless shards, because I'm out. That's my last one. Let's return to camp. So one of the things is I'm probably under leveled. I probably should be around like level 65 for this area, but it's not that meaningful because you're not getting health from those things. This is like a ton of damage. And my weapon isn't as good as it should be, but again, and a lot of this is just very experimental. Like I said, I'm missing a bunch of health. So that's dark defense. That could be helpful. That's dark defense too. That is not the plot that I thought it was. Like that alone is what, 32? Why is it 30? Oh, because I'm wearing something that increases my defense. It's 25. I think it's 25. One of the things I do potentially plan to do in this mod is a lot of the numbers are very heavily based on just new numbers, and I do think that the defense stats, I think they should go back to, visually at least, being the same as Salt 1, so that that there's some consistency between the worlds. The thing is that 1 defense in Salt 2 is actually worth 2 defense in Salt 1. So when you look at this and you say, oh, well, you only have 100 dark defense, that's nothing. I had 300 when I was fighting so-and-so in the first game. Yeah, but 300 is only 150 in this game. Like, they're the same thing. So I may, display-wise, just multiply everything by 2. Like, I know that sounds simple, but just multiply it by 2. Because then it's more prominent. Like, you get down into some of these smaller things, and it's like, oh, this has 1.5 physical resistance, and this has 1.6 physical resistance, or 1.2 versus 1.5 cold. And it doesn't seem like a big difference, but you multiply that by 2. I know that sounds really dumb, maybe. I don't know. I'm a numbers guy. I see numbers in different ways than maybe some of a lot of people in general, but you'll see 2.4 versus 3.0. And I feel like when you start getting into like a little bit more of the whole numbers instead of these fractional values, you'll start seeing more of the value and the difference between them, especially since some of these numbers are probably actually being displayed incorrectly. That fire resistance of 2.4, it could actually be something like 2.48, or the 1.5 physical, it's not probably, 1.6 weight might actually be something closer to 1.699. 1.699 is actually really 1.7, right? I mean, for all intents and purposes. But visually, it's not being rounded because it's just taking the first digit there. And even if you tried to round it, depending on if you're using floats or doubles or whatnot, you may not, programmer math stuff. If you're using a decimal number in the computer, it may not round because the incremental value of the binary structure of the floating point IEEE thing could still be something like 1.699, even in a double precision floating point number. This has been seen in all sorts of games, and I've even seen it in a database once. But it's just those kind of things where you don't want those weird extra numbers. And I have a pseudo vendetta against floating point numbers when it comes to a lot of this kind of stuff because of that. I'm crazy. It's okay. It's what it is. But just a bunch of these numbers may not be correct, and I could fix that. But also, they're hard to differentiate because their values are so close together. 2.0 versus 3.2, you can probably kind of estimate like the value of that. That's almost a 50% difference. You know, sorry, not almost. It is more than a 50% difference. It is, what is that, 60% difference, something like that. And it doesn't maybe look that way when it's 3.2 versus 2.0, but if it's 7.4 versus 4, you're like, oh, that looks really huge. I don't know. For me, I know this weird random rant in the middle here. For me, I feel like it's easier to see. And so it starts kind of pulling away. Like, yeah, I have 69% damage reduction to light, so to say, 69 and a reduction across the linear diminishing return curve. But that 102 dark, it's only a little bit bigger, right? But it would be huge. And these amulets, they're 25 in this game. They're 25 defense. Let's go farm. Let's go farm in Dreadstone Peak. Needlemancer. I just want money. Mostly I just want money. So let's actually go here. Well, I need shards too, but I mostly need money. I'm gonna buy the armor I'm wearing for my chest piece. I need 5,000 or so. It's like, I have nerfed the damage that everyone is doing by, what, almost 40% at this point, and I still, like, took 2 shots of those guys and lost, like, half my health. So, just to put that in perspective, enemies do a lot of damage in this game. I mean, I do too. And I'm going into a low-level area here. That's 2 guiltless. I didn't do this, but the base game does. If you are low on guiltless shards, and by low I mean less than 10 or something like that, the game will prorate their drops and drop them more frequently. If you are above that value, then it will drop them at normal rates. I think the difference is quite significant. I don't remember exactly. what the number is. Probably getting this guy really low really quick. Since he is not a very high level. Mage. Mage was the word I was about to say there. No, don't kill me, please. I beg of you, do not murder me. There we go. He's gonna walk away now. Oh, I was hoping for one more. One more guiltless. You're guaranteed to get a guiltless when you kill a mage, by the way. You can get more than one, I think, but you're guaranteed to get one. He's a pushover or whatever, but wouldn't have been as much of a pushover if I was actually the level I was supposed to be fighting him at. There we go. There's a guiltless shard. That's 3. We have a little bit of money. Wait, can I go through this door? No, I need another mage. Thaumamancer. Where are you at, Thaumamancer? Wait, what's this one? Nameless Terramancer? Nah, I don't want to be nameless. Nameless isn't fun. Or at least, well... Twin Pyre. Okay. That was a blast. I win. I win the throwing contest. What do I win? A potion. I win a potion. I'm not sure the best grind spot, like... I'm sure there is one, but I'm not sure what it would be. I want to increase the amount of silver that you might get, just for some other reasons, and change the pricing on a bunch of stuff. But I have not gotten that far. That's the original totem for that guy. Jump over the... There's a button there. That's just that. Thaumamancer, I know you're here somewhere. Oh, there's a ladder. I don't have to do fancy things, but I will anyway. There we go. Should probably level up first, but we'll get the touch point. I don't know what you want to call it. Quest point. I don't remember how to do this. I think it's jump and roll. Yeah, it's something like that. I succeeded. A lot of hang dudes, man. Like, there we go. Okay, I'll get hit on the way back. Yeah, can't be perfect in everything. Wow, I missed. Okay, that took way too many hits. I mean, I don't have a good throwing weapon or anything. So this door, I believe, is Sanguimancer. Which is another really hard mage. My opinion, anyways. Was never good at fighting that mage. There we go. Where does this lead? Oh, it leads right there. Okay, yeah. Not a very useful shortcut, I don't think. Up here, I think you get the physical glaive, and probably not much else. Yep. Altar stone glaive. So it's not like... not nothing. Where'd it go? Where is it? Oh, it's there. Looks like this. No, that's not it. Looks like that. Glaives are a fun moveset, though. They're weird in the skill tree, but they are a fun movement set. Oh yeah, there's the Tome of Fates. I guess that is a helpful piece of equipment there to be able to do fated quests. Oh, hi. How you doing? Healer's Hat. Poison resistance. That's Shirena's hat. Shirena's true form is the scariest of them all. Actually, I really like that fight. Okay, we're gonna do this door down here can be opened. And then there's a totem, or an obelisk here. And we were going to go and return to camp. What are we doing on time here? We're getting kind of long. we are going to want to level up. We'll sell some duplicates. Melee reach, melee lifesteal, rage buildup. I don't want that one. Heal on perfect block. It's cute. Don't need it. For now, our cast speed. 0% melee damage. Poise damage only. Melee reach. Not going to use that. Transfer free ammo. We can sell that one. Okay. We can afford... Cowl. Do we want the boots? I can't remember the order. Is it the... Chest piece is 27. Gloves are 8. And the boots are 16, which makes the helmet the third piece in the set that we want. We want the greaves. And we will take the greaves. Look at that, another 8. Oh, but we're now in third roll, so that is a problem. Okay, we got all the armor upgrades. For the sake of it, I will actually no, don't unlock things. My strength is maxed out. My vitality is low. I do want more endurance. So I will do this. And 1 point puts us into yellow. That's perfect. That is a huge amount of defense changes there. That might be the difference of surviving some of that. Can't really do more than that without a bunch of levels. I could sacrifice a ring for like stamina regeneration or something else. We'll try it until I'm out of Guiltless, and then call it quits for the day. Using cutthroats, yeah, max stamina. Which I believe is 2 points of stamina, or 2 levels of stamina, whatever equates there. Something's making noise above me. It's the sound of a bloated monstrosity from the first game. I think. Oh, Guiltless Shard. Perfect. Don't touch the vicious words on the ground. Let's see what we can do. I've said this before, but if you hit the enemy at the same time, the minions at the same time as you hit the mage, you're getting like triple damage because there's like 2 minions. Let's top off here with both the potions and the myth. Well, I'm not instantly dying now, so that's something. Not doing any more damage, which would be super helpful too. So. Make sure my equipment doesn't lose its battery, though. That would be bad. I'm so under-leveled that just moving around the world just constantly gives me just enough to... Oh, more guiltless shards. I'll try it like 3 times, maybe. Depending on how far I get. My stamina is absolute garbage at the moment, though. I lost that amulet slot. I think I'm going to sacrifice a little bit of damage for stamina there. There we go. Wow, that dude did a lot of damage. And into it. Slam. Spin, spin, spin. Roll in. Oh, there's my first hit. That wasn't the, like, little dude. Because, of course, after all of that, I only got hit once instead of twice and instantly dead. So, there you go. Almost hitless, not quite. Almost hitless. That was pretty beautiful, actually. Do you think you've killed me? We are made of the words that describe us. I will sit and remember you. There we go. Okay. Remembrance over. Okay, over here is the big crab dude. I would like to kill him just for the sake of killing him. Woo! I popped that potion just in the nick of time. Oh, hey, you turned. That's not allowed. That's not allowed. Okay. I thought killing him gives something. I was sworn killing him gives something. Elder Ma. I've apparently seen an Ashen Congregant. I don't think I have, but sure. This guy, I'm pretty sure gives... Apparently I've died twice to him. Pretty sure he gives physical bricks. Or he does on the first kill. Maybe it's just the first kill. Break my knees and my ankles there. I think I'm both proud and comfortable with the fact that I only got hit once in that entire fight, other than the dude that was standing in the doorway. That isn't really related to the fight itself. There, I don't really want to talk, but sure. Okay, we have the boots. We need the helmet, and we need the gloves. And I just need to sell what? Anything really. Oh yeah, let's sell my ores. Oh, okay. Forgotten page. And gloves. And now we can wear the whole set. It's going to make us heavy as heck, but... Well, let's see what we can do with 40,000 salt. Is that three? Three levels. We will continue doing this over here. There's more endurance. And how much endurance do we need? Let's see here. Can't quite wear the gloves. The helmet is better than the gloves, right? The helmet's probably also heavier than the gloves. Yeah. If we wear the gloves but not the helmet, we are like so close. Absolutely so close. So what would we need? We just need 45 carry weight. If we just had one more carry point, one more endurance. Oh, you know what I can do? I have a black thingy. Let's take out... That's Arcana. Resolve, Arcana. Can't undo those. Is there any luck over here we can undo? No luck over there that we're using. We could undo a point of, like, vitality somewhere. But I think all of the points in vitality that we have are actually related to a thing. I don't really care about this point, though, right? Not at the moment, anyway. Oh, wait, do we have one more point? Oh, I'm blind. I'm just straight up blind. We have a whole nother point here, and that should put us into yellow carry. I was trying to undo a point. Now I'm sitting here just with a point ready to spend. So that means we have the gloves now. Well, hope you enjoyed what was here, and come back for more. We're almost done with this playtest.